Hey, welcome back, you marvelous beast! My name is Misty/Connexia, and this is the 5 anime of the week. If you are brand new to the game, let me quickly recap so you're up to speed with everybody else. Very simple, we go on a website that is called My Anime List. It is a huge database, not sponsored, where we pick 5 anime at random thanks to the help of a user script that I've installed on my computer. If you want to know how to do so, you can do it by checking last week's video, which is going to be at the end card. So yeah, very simple. Pick one random anime, talk about it, and then we rinse and repeat 5 times. Alright, Twin Star Exorcist. Cool anime. I think it came out in 2000. I don't want to check because that's cheating. I want to rely on my knowledge, and I want to say 2016. Yeah! Alright, oh, sorry. I get excited about this weirdest thing. It's a story that started off not really well appreciated, but it built up later. So let's play the clip and I'll tell you more about it. Entry number 1, Twin Star Exorcist. So Twin Star Exorcist is a 50 episodes long anime that came out last year. People didn't really think much of it at first, but if you're willing to stick it through, you'll get pretty endeared with the characters. The story begins with a parallel world. Exorcist goes in to purify monsters. Benio, the main girl character, is a prodigy exorcist, and she gets paired with Rokuro, a newcomer noob. Or so she thinks. When Benio gets caught in the clutch, Rokuro reveals he's actually quite capable, and the pairs then begin their quest of exorcist-driven stuff. I'm sorry if I'm dodgy, I'm just trying to avoid as much spoilers as I can, hoping the clip can sell the show to you. The anime is pretty interesting. I'd give it a 7 out of 10, and if you want to watch it in good quality with no ads, I recommend using Crunchyroll.com/Misty. It's some of my self-promo. It helps me out if you want to do a good deed. I mean, you don't have to. Very interesting first pick. I'm all about the weirdness we can get out of these random selections, so let's pick the very second one, which is gonna be Phantom, the animation based on Phantom Requiem, of the Phantom. It is this one. A very fine masterpiece that, to me, really hit home, so I think this is gonna be probably the best one we can pick on today. Maybe not, maybe we'll just get a selection of classics, but this one, if you have anything to pick out of today's list, I highly recommend this one because it is so good. Let's play the clip and I'll tell you more about it. Entry number 2, Phantom Requiem for the Phantom. I think one of the reasons I enjoy Phantom so much was probably because of how little expectations I had for it. Which I'm well aware of doing the exact opposite with you guys by praising it so wholly. The story happens in a world where the Mafia is incredibly big. So, pretty much the Vatican. I'm just kidding, everyone knows the Pope is not from the Mafia. Anyway, in the show, there's a need for constant execution, just like the Vatican. Assassination, more precisely. And that's when the Phantom is introduced, a human-like deadly weapon who goes to no end to execute her mission. That is until the main character witnesses one of her mission, and then the main character ends up captured and brainwashed. That's as much as I'll say, but I pray you give it a shot. It's incredibly underappreciated. The social commentary on this anime is outstanding. It's my 10 out of 10 for this week. Alright, really cool selection so far. We got a good variety. We got really good picks. So if I do say so myself, if the very first one didn't interest you, hopefully the second one did. And if neither, well, maybe this will work for you too. UFO, that's a really old show, 2003. Wasn't it about girls and aliens and what was it about? What was that? Adventure in space, wasn't it? Comedy, romance, sci-fi, yeah, something like that. I think I recall it correctly. Personally, it wasn't for me. It came in the era where anime were kind of weird, so maybe it want to try it. From what I recall, the comedy was fine, but if you're gunning for a show where the comedy is really gonna smite you, this is not what I would recommend. But if you're a completionist and you've seen everything and you really want to see this one, then it's not gonna, you're not gonna loathe yourself watching it. Just play the clip. I don't really know where to go from here. Just play the clip. Entry number 3, UFO Princess Valkyrie. Alright, so turns out I was confusing this anime with another one called Vandred. Oops, my bad. UFO Princess Valkyrie is not quite what I had in mind, but before we get to Season 2, which was what we draw, I have to tell you about Season 1. Princess Valkyrie is a story about a guy who owns a family public bath. People of all kind goes there, usually to wash themselves, but one day a princess from space crashes and loses her power. She turns into an 8-year-old girl, and to regain her normal self, she has to kiss the main character, which then triggers a magical girl transformation, and she goes about to save the day before turning back into the kid. It's got unnecessary ecchi in it, and while the anime made the proper correction for Season 2 and onward, it starts off being a disturbing pedophile like Sailor Moon. So no, I don't recommend it. 4 out of 10 is the best I can do for this one, because it actually had a spine of a story, but it kills the vibe with that. I don't know, it's weird. Just make sure you get off the grid of the NSA first. Alright, I mean, I guess it was expected to turn south at some point, because it always does. Alright, here we have Ungo. This is the OVA, right? No, it's the prequel. Alright, Ungo is a story really weird, but it's a cool opportunity that I get to talk about it. This character, Inga. You know what, I'm not gonna spoil too much of it. Let's play the clip and I'll try to have a narration that doesn't go ahead and ruin what this story is about, because it's really worth your time. It has nice twists in it. So let's play the clip and I'll tell you more about it.
加納社長、今日か明日逮捕されるってテレビで言われてるわよ。テレビなんていい加減なことしか言いませんよ。
Entry number 4, Ungo. Ungo's story happens in a dystopian future. It's a supernatural mystery about a few detectives who goes around trying to solve crimes. The show is inconspicuous enough, but what really made it great is the cast going in. The plot is pretty dark, and the twists in the story make it worth your while. Then again, I purposefully claim this expecting you to watch it entirely. If you decide to start it, if you give up after a few episodes, you'll miss out greatly. At first, the pacing and the development is very treacherous. They try to make you like the character before anything else happens. The anime is an odd mix between Gosick and 91 Days. I feel like give it an 8 out of 10, and just like Twin Stars Exorcist, you can find this anime on crunchyroll.com/misties. Always so smooth.
住居専用エレベーター。私たちと一緒に会場の外に出たふりをしてすぐに戻り。
Alright, so today has been kind of dark. Hopefully we can... Well, I mean, number 3 wasn't really, but hopefully we can get something that's a little happier. Nyan Koi! Alright, I guess it's an okay note to end on. Nyan Koi is a story, if I remember correctly, about a guy who's allergic to cat, but also piss off the cat god, was it? And then ladies are also cat girl. Was it a love triangle, something bullshit like that? The romance wasn't really the big part of it. There was some harem elements. It was kind of a meh story, but as far as harem goes, I mean, the setting had an interesting premise. Let's play a clip and end on this note. What a wonderful time to be alive, people.
順平、どうだこの水着。
水野、その水着よく似合ってる。
ありがとう。
And finally, entry number 5, Nyan Koi. Yeah, so I kinda already explained the plot, grossly. The story is about Junpei, a cat-allergic high school student who one day accidentally vandalized a cat god statue, ends up cursed, and he understands the cat's speeches. Now, of course, you can't really make a 12 episodes long series out of just this, so they decided to toss the everlasting multiple girl harem factor all over this rom-com. It's kind of fad though. You have the obligatory hot spring episodes, the beach swimsuit one, it's like any other harem rom-com you can think of, but cat flavor instead. Honestly, if you really want to watch a cat-themed anime, I'd highly recommend try out the Anti-Prince and the Stony Cat. At least that one has better characters and comedy than Nyan Koi. And I'll give it a 6 out of 10, it's forgettable and lukewarm, like my dick! No, that joke doesn't quite work in that setting. Oh well, that's the note we end on. Alright, so I guess this is it. Normally this is where the video would end if I didn't have a sponsor, which I don't. I don't have a sponsor for this week, so congratulations, you just saved yourself a minute and a half of plugs. Go do something useful with that time, or save a kitten in a tree, or I don't know, rescue people from burning building, or keep watching anime on YouTube. Those are all fine answers. I mean, you don't have to be a lucrative member of society. Just keep doing you, man. That's what matters. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to leave a like, that's always very appreciated. If you want to subscribe to come back next week when we'll do another one of them, that is also very fun for me. So thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you very soon in the next episode. Be safe out there. I heard there's building burning, so keep watching anime. See you later.